So today we're going to be playing a board game where we get to play some of our favorite Marvel heroes, except we're zombies.
Yep.
Hey, I'm Will.
I'm Nabil.
So we're going to be taking a look at Marvel Zombies Zombicide game. This is the latest in many Zombicide games out there.
One of which is also on Kickstarter right now.
There's another one.
Another one.
Yeah, these are all published by Simon Games, and they have all been very successful and in varying themes. This is the first time they've added an IP. No, I guess it's not the first time because they've had a Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, right.
Version.
Yeah. But
I think this is the first game where you actually get to play as the zombies. So
yes,
we are going to play through a scenario, and we'll kind of teach as we play. So every time we come over a new rule, we'll explain it a little bit. So the game's simple enough, you can probably learn to play just by watching.
Yeah, one round or two and you'll pick it up. It's a very straightforward game.
Yeah, and then at the end of the game, we will give our review, and we'll also compare it with the retail version. I picked up
more mass market, the smaller box version
of the Zombie Marvel's Heroes Resistance. So that's where you're playing as the heroes, which is different than the actual game. But we'll go into what the Kickstarter entails. This is the Kickstarter version.
No, this is the retail version, actually.
Oh, this is the retail version?
This is the retail version, yeah.
But, okay.
I don't even know what's different about the Kickstarter version of the base game versus the retail version, so I can't really speak to that, but this is just the basic retail version.
It has all the minis.
Oh, yeah, it's a Simon production, right? So you've got the great minis and all that.
All right, so why don't you tell us a little bit about the story of the scenario we are playing right now? And why are we zombies? Does it explain why we're zombies?
Not really. I mean, there is a zombie plague that has infected the Earth for whatever reason. I don't think it talks about the specifics of how that happened. Maybe it did, and I just glossed over it. So while the majority of people are mindless hordes of zombies, the zombie superheroes, who were somehow the first to be infected, they managed to maintain most of their mental faculties, with the exception of needing to
eat once in a while,
eat flesh endlessly.
Occasionally they get hungry and lose control.
Yeah, exactly. So in this game, we're playing as the zombie heroes. I always call them heroes in this game, but there's the zombies, and there's the superheroes, which are actually your enemies. So we'll probably refer to them by their names.
Yeah, get started.
Yeah, probably. In this game, it's all scenario based, so it's not a campaign. In this scenario, we're trying to infiltrate Avengers Tower, which is on this side of the board here. And the reason why we're doing that is because Avengers Tower is apparently full of tech, like comms arrays and tracking devices that will help us track down future meals being human flesh.
So think Uber Eats coupons.
Yeah, exactly.
For humans.
Yeah. However, in this scenario, in the game, what you're doing is you're moving around the board. Enemies will be spawning all over the board. We'll be attacking the enemies. We'll also be revealing these bystanders that are all over the board here. And one of the bystanders that is outside of Avengers Tower has the secret codes that we need to gain access to our objective. So the green and the blue doors are locked. We cannot enter them. The red door here is just rubble. It's just inaccessible at all times. So we're not able to get into Avengers Tower until we find the secret bystander, and then devour them for their knowledge and their brains.
All right. So who are you playing as today?
So I'm playing as So in this game, you're always playing with at least four zombies. I'm playing as Zombie Captain America, and Zombie Iron Man.
I am playing as Zombie Wasp and Zombie Hulk.
Which, the prospect of a Zombie Hulk is just terrifying.
It is terrifying. He's not more green than usual, so...
True.
From afar, you might mistake him for regular Hulk.
Regular Hulk, yeah. Except for it's hard to see on the camera, but there's the glowing eyes and the rotting flesh.
All right. So let's dive right in. And I guess we are going first. We are done, set up for the scenario.
Yep.
There's no initial spawn. So I guess we have 3 actions each. And we should just dive right into trying to hunt down these tasty humans and consume their passcodes.
That's right. So every hero phase or player phase, we get to choose. We can go in any order we want, just like any other cooperative game. And you can, on your turn, you get 3 actions. You can move, you can open doors, you can interact with interactable objects, you can attack, or you can gain zombie traits, which are up there. You can't see them off camera, unfortunately. And the zombie traits kind of boost your other basic actions. So I think I'll start with, I mean, we need to go in these buildings and reveal what's in there.
Start, or should we stick together in groups?
I mean, splitting up the party is always a risky prospect.
Okay.
But we do need to find the secret bystander.
All right. Well, Hulk's going to smash.
Go for it.
Because that's what he loves to do.
This is true.
So we are going to move from zone to zone. One zone is shown by these walkways. So each square walkway is a different zone. Yep. Each room is a different zone. Doors have to be smashed, though. So we'll move 1. And then I guess we'll smash for 2. And see who is lurking within.
Okay. So once you smash open a door, in this particular scenario, you spawn wherever there are these exclamation points in the triangles. You spawn a group of enemies. Enemies being like shield agents.
So we just draw a card for that?
Yep, for each one of those. And you also are going to reveal which bystander is in the building.
Now, is he hidden by a different door, though? Or is that just a walkway?
No, these are all open doors, I believe. Let me just... Actually, that's a good question. The rules did say
I guess
everything.
There's no handles on the doors. So I guess those are just open spaces. All right, so we draw a card.
Yep.
We reveal we're at the lowest level of experience. Yep. Which is the blue here. So we're only adding 1. However, we are adding a guard.
So 1 guard, who is a little bit tougher than the average enemy. And then you're going to reveal 1...
Oh, what is a card for each?
A card for each, yeah.
Okay, and 2 specialists.
2 specialists. So specialists are... they get 2 actions whenever they activate, instead of the usual 1. And then we got Bob, Agent of Hydra. So bystanders are a unique sort of enemy type, where they each have a unique power at the bottom of their card. And the way you gain access to that power is you have to devour the bystander. And bystanders do not take damage from your basic attacks. You have to devour them. So let's see if I can find Bob's...
We got a mini for Bob?
We got a mini for Bob.
Okay, so I'm safe here, right? Because they're each going to move 1, but then can't attack. These are going to move 2, but then they're out of actions for attacking, right?
Correct. So you're safe there.
So it's fine with them there. So to finish Hulk's turn, I'm going to take his zombie traits. So I have maybe some sort of special ability for later.
Yep.
I've gained Taunt. Discard. During your turn, select 1 zone within range 2. All enemies in that zone activate and attempt to move towards your zone. So we have these trait cards. Each hero can hold up to 2 trait cards. They all get discarded upon use. But you can always gain more once per turn. You can do that action.
Correct.
So he has now gone. Although I guess could I still use a taunt?
Yeah, you can.
If we want to lure people out,
you can do that. Yeah,
and then we can beat on them.
But you've already used your 3 actions.
Does it count as an action to use it?
No. So you moved as an action. You open a door, and then you gain the trait.
Okay, so my turn's instantly done.
So your turn's done.
I can't.
You could do that. But then you'd have everybody in your zone already, and they would all attack you when they activate.
But if we still, none of the rest of us have taken turns yet.
True.
Can we then move in and beat them up?
Yeah, we could do that.
Is that something we want to do?
Well, sure. Why not?
All right. So we're using it. Taunt. Right. So these are 3 separate zones, though, right?
Correct. Each room in a building counts as a separate zone.
So do we want to just have Bob come on out and join us, or do we want to send out the herd here? All enemies in 1 zone attempt to move towards your zone.
But if we move Bob out here, we'll have to attack the guard first, and then attack Bob, because there is a target priority for enemies.
Okay, but these guys can move 2.
Yeah.
Because this forces them to activate.
Correct.
So they'll come out here and join Hulk, but then they can't do anything.
Correct, yeah. So now somebody else can go. So I think I'm going to activate Captain America. So he's going to go 1 into here, And then Captain America is going to do his... Oh, sorry, one thing I forgot to do.
We haven't looked at special abilities yet.
Yeah. The other thing I forgot to mention is that at the beginning of each of our player phases, we all have to increase our hunger by 1 automatically. Whether you've devoured someone in the previous turn or not. So, and hunger boosts... It makes your basic attacks stronger, but if you get to 4 hunger... You become ravenous, and you all you can do on your turn is you can move, or you can use your special attack called Devour, which lets you eat your enemies and reduce your hunger back down to 0.
So we should probably take a pause and go over what the different abilities are.
That's a good idea.
Now, these are, I believe, color coordinated.
Yep.
Right?
So whichever, however much XP you've gained throughout the game by killing your enemies off, your XP bar will be in a different colored zone. So based on the color zone, you'll have access to different abilities and powers here.
All right, so the Hulk currently is only the strongest one there is.
Only.
So enemies have -1 of toughness against your attacks to minimum of 1, which is helpful against the guard or the
superheroes. Yeah, I'm sure will come up.
Unless using Thunderclap, which is a different ability, you may reroll any dice there is if there is a superhero in your zone. So it'll be good to take down the superheroes.
So all attacks are carried out via dice rolls, just like other Zombicide games.
We can go into that when we start fighting guys. Wasp currently is diminutive in size. You may ignore target priority when attacking with either Wasp, Sting, or Devour.
So if multiple enemies are in the same enemy types are in the same zone, there is a priority list that you have to go through of who you target first. So like
you must fight the superhero first.
Yep, and then you got to fight the guards, and then you got to fight the troopers, and then the specialists, and then if nothing else is in the zone, then you can go and eat the bystander.
So she would be useful because she's the only one currently, I think, who has a ranged attack.
Iron Man has a ranged attack as well. That is very useful, especially considering that our current objective specifically requires us to go and eat a bystander. Mm-hmm. So the Captain America has his basic attack is Vibranium Shield, so it's a melee attack, so you gotta do it range 0. You use 2 dice as your basic attack for your basic attack, plus whatever your hunger level's at, and I hit on a 3+. And his power in the blue area that I have access to right now is Shield Block. So it says each time enemies attack my zone, before assigning wounds, I roll 1 die for each wound, and then on a 5+, I prevent that wound, so I can block attacks.
Saving throw.
Yeah, which is very handy because it blocks attack wounds for like every zombie in that zone, not just Captain America. And then Iron Man, he's got a ranged attack. He's got Repulsor Blast. So after attacking with Missile Wave, which is his basic attack, you may push all enemies in that zone into an adjacent zone. So that could be handy for, if you don't do enough damage to kill every enemy in the zone.
Push them away.
You push them away so you don't take damage at the end of your turn.
Okay, so we need to get rid of these guys and go eat the bystander.
So I've moved for 1 action. So my second action is going to be to do Vibranium Shield. So I have 2 basic dice for that attack. I'm at range 0 because I'm in the same space. And then my hunger is 1, so I add 1 die for my hunger. And then I'm looking for 3s or higher on these dice. So I have a 5, a 6, and a 2. So one of them's a miss, but I do hit twice. Yeah, and each specialist only has one hit point, so they both die. I guess we'll put them back in here. And for each enemy you kill, typically you get 1 XP, with the exception of superheroes. And in this scenario, bystanders give you 5 XP when you eat them.
Okay.
So that's 2. And then as my third action, I'm also going to gain a zombie trait. So I've got Undead Rage. Sweet. So discard and increase hunger by any amount when enemies enter my zone. Immediately perform 1 free attack targeting your zone. I can increase hunger by any amount, which is also 0.
Crank it up to max so you get all the dice.
Yeah, exactly. So if I want, I can put it up to 3 and then roll all my dice and just hopefully...
Because as soon as they enter your zone, so you can, in theory, get them before they get you.
Correct, yeah. The other thing about the dice is that whenever you roll one of these 2 bite symbols, it counts. It's a 1 on the d6. You increase your hunger by 1 for each one that you roll. Okay, so that's Captain America done.
All right.
We got Iron Man and Wasp left.
So Wasp and Iron Man has better attack.
Well, that's a little bit. I mean, I roll more dice, but I need a 4+ to hit. She rolls 2 dice and needs a 3+.
Yeah, because one of us should go after the guard, the other one should go eat the bystander. Is it a fighting bystander, or is he?
It is not. So there's 2 types of bystanders. There's combat bystanders and non-combat bystanders. Combat bystanders are the same as like your basic troopers. If you're in their zone during the enemy activation phase, they'll attack you.
Okay, well, we'll only have Wasp go and we'll fight the trooper here, or the guard. Yep. So she'll move for 1. She can do a ranged attack of 1, and we're rolling. Oops, we're here. 2 dice
plus 1 for your hunger,
and I hit on a 3 or higher.
Bam!
There we go.
That's 3 hits.
Right.
So in this game, when you attack, you have to deal enough damage to kill that enemy outright, or you don't kill them at all. So if Will had rolled only 1 hit, the guard has 2 health, but the attack would do nothing. It would just bounce off his shield, basically.
So he's out. She gains 1 experience.
Yep.
And then I guess I'll just take a trait. Opportunist. Discard before attacking and increase hunger. Add +1 to dice results for this attack. Now is that...
Discard before attacking and increase hunger. Okay. Add...
Oh, +1 to dice. Okay, so let's add 1 to the number rolled.
Yeah. Yeah, not 1 die. You add 1 to the number rolled. Yeah.
But you would add 1 die because hunger is also increased.
Correct. Yeah. So managing your hunger is a big part of this game. I mean, it's a big part of any zombie's life, I'd imagine, or unlife. Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna get a lot of bad puns here today, I think.
Yeah. Wait till Spider-Man comes out. Then we'll get all the puns. All right, so that's Wasp done. So Iron Man, I think, is going to go off in his own direction, as he tends to do.
Oh, I see. Okay, you're not going to go eat the bystander? I guess you can't
get
there in 1 turn.
I can't get there in 1 turn, and he's not the bystander that we're looking for.
He's still worth eating, though.
He is still worth eating, because he'll give you an ability, which says, before performing a ranged attack, which will be good for Iron Man or Wasp, you may increase hunger to have enemies suffer -1 toughness to a minimum of 1. So basically like Hulk's strongest there is ability.
So maybe we'll let Wasp eat him.
Wasp eat him for sure, I think. So I'm going to go 1. 2 will be to open the door.
Okay.
And then...
there's only one danger zone.
So in there.
We're adding 2 guards.
2 guards, all right. All right, I think Iron Man can handle 2 guards. And then we're also going to reveal the bystander who was Blind Al. So Blind Al has her own mini. Where is she? Is right here. Here we go. So Blind Al says, each time you would be wounded, you may increase hunger to roll 1 die on a 3 or plus, negate that wound. And unlike the traits, which are one-time use, so you discard immediately, the bystanders typically are permanent passive abilities, unless they say otherwise.
Or you replace them with a different bystander.
Or you replace them with a different bystander that you've eaten because you've only got 1 stomach, apparently. Which makes sense. All right. So that's 1, 2, and then I think Iron Man is going to gain a trait because I want the guards to come to me.
Yeah, you don't want to go in there.
Nah.
I mean, they won't get you if they go in there because they only have 1 action.
Exactly. So submit to hunger is the trait that Iron Man gained. Discard during your turn. Increase hunger by any amount. Ignore ravenous this turn. So when you get to max hunger, which is 4, you become ravenous, which means that you can only devour or move. Also, if you're ravenous at the end of your turn, you take a damage.
Yeah, devour really is a weaker attack.
It is and it isn't. Because typically when you devour, your hunger's going to be pretty high.
You're rolling the most dice.
So you're rolling a lot of dice.
But it has the worst hit value.
It does. You're always thinking a 4+. And really, you're only devouring either to get your hunger down or because of the scenario-specific goal you're trying to accomplish.
Okay, so I think that's everybody's activations.
I believe so, yep.
Okay, so now the enemy is going to activate.
Yeah. So we activate the enemies zone by zone, and there's no particular order we have to activate them in, as far as I know. I mean, maybe somebody in the chat can correct, or in the comments can correct me.
We do need to remember each miniature only activates once, though.
Correct. So we'll go zone by zone. Now, bystanders are always going to move on the shortest path towards the exit. And then otherwise, the enemies are going to move on the shortest path towards whatever hero is closest, within line of sight or not. So these two guards are the only enemies on the board, plus the bystanders. So they're going to move one space there.
Yep.
And then these guys are also just going to move one space there.
Do the unrevealed bystanders move?
They stay hidden until they're revealed. So that's the enemy activation step. And then we're going to spawn enemies at every one of these spawn points, starting at the 1 and going around the board, with the exception of the green and the blue, which are only going to be active once we find the secret bystander and reveal him or her.
Okay, so first we have 2 troopers.
We have a trooper rush, in fact.
Spawn and then activates.
Yeah, so troopers are going to spawn at the 1, and they're going to activate immediately. Troopers get 1 activation, so they're just going to move into there. So now we're up here.
Okay, 1 superhero.
Oh, here we go. So whenever we draw a superhero card, we're going to draw the top card of the superhero deck and see who comes out.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, boy.
Acts as a spawn point during each enemy phase.
So he is his own spawn point, in addition to the spawn point where he's at.
So do we have to draw for him now, or only a future phase?
No, I do it now, I would imagine, because we're in the spawn phase.
Okay. Then he is gaining 3 specialists.
Okay, so
that's not good.
3 specialists. No, it is not great. Specialists, they are weak. They only have 1 health, just like troopers, but they get 2 actions when they activate. So they can move and attack, or move and move, or attack and attack.
All right, and then
so now we're over here.
We have 3 troopers.
3 troopers. Also, minis in this game are a resource that you have to manage. So if you're trying to spawn enemies and you don't have enough minis, then for every mini you can't spawn, you've got to activate that group of enemies.
There are a fair number, though. We're not going to run out for a while.
I've played this game a couple of times now, and I've never come close to running out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is it for the spawn phase, because these 2 guys are not going to activate yet.
Okay,
so now we're going to be back to the... Now, there is an end of round phase, but typically that's going to be scenario specific or power specific if you have the thing that says end of round. We don't in this case. So now we're back to the player phase. So we're going to increase hunger by 1 for everybody. And then flip all of our activation tokens back to the active side and take our actions wherever we want.
I think Wasp can shoot and then move and devour.
I think that's a good call.
So I can probably shoot and then run. And that way I might be able to maybe take out Doctor Strange if I'm lucky.
If you're lucky,
or maybe if I use the Opportunist, I might snipe him before he gets to do much.
Oh,
because that
could be a good idea.
I'm rolling 2, 3, 4 dice now for the Wasp sting.
Yeah,
and
you get to add +1 to your, and you get to increase hunger. So you'd add an extra. You'd add 1 more die to that.
Yeah, let's add an extra 1.
Plus, you're going to add +1 to your
so
results.
She hits on a 2 or higher, which is almost guaranteed we're going to wipe them out.
Let's roll ones.
Stranger things have happened.
Okay, there you go. That's a good hit.
Okay.
So
although her hunger is going up.
So she's now ravenous.
Which is fine because I want to devour the bystander.
Correct.
Right?
That's right.
So that's totally fine.
That works out great, assuming you roll well.
And she does 4 damage to Doctor Strange, which is enough to take him out.
Yep. And so, which means she gets 5 XP.
5 or 3?
So normally 3. In this scenario, I believe it's 5. Let me just double check.
I thought that was only for bystanders.
I thought it was heroes and bystanders, but I think let's find out. Avengers Tower. Each bystander. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Sorry. Bystanders give you 5 XP. The objectives give you 5 XP. Heroes give you XP equal to their toughness.
Okay. So my Opportunist card is gone, which I didn't really need to use it, but that's fine.
I mean, it was a good...
It was a guaranteed.
Yeah.
And then I am so hungry I can think of nothing else but to go after this tasty bystander over here. So I will move, which is what I want to do anyways. and then Devour. So we are rolling
You're rolling 5 dice.
5 dice again, and
One
but
plus
hitting on a
4.
4+, and a bystander is just a 1.
Yeah, you just need one hit. Wow,
And
that's it.
there we go. So what's this guy
So
called?
Bob, Agent of Hydra, has been devoured.
Bob's in my belly.
Yep.
And Wasp has no hunger anymore, so her hunger goes back down to 0.
Yep.
And before performing a ranged attack, you may increase hunger to have enemies suffer -1 toughness. Which is pretty good because I can ignore target priority as well.
Nice.
Okay, she is done.
Yes. So if Wasp had not devoured something, she would have taken a damage at the end of her turn.
Oh, do I get
Because she was
experience
ravenous.
for devouring? Is it a 5?
Yeah.
So she's going all the way up to 9. So she actually has 1 extra action. Does that
So-
take place immediately?
It does.
Well, then maybe I should take another trait.
That's a good idea. However,
Oh,
no, go take a trade.
okay.
But so now that Wasp is in the yellow zone, you may have noticed on some of these
Yes.
spawn cards, there's different numbers based on the colors. So the number of enemies you spawn in the spawn card is determined by the color that the highest hero has reached.
Right.
Or
so
sorry,
she-
the highest color that any hero has reached.
So she's been
So
a little
she-
too successful in her
Yes,
turns.
she just like cranked it up to not quite
Okay.
11, but we're getting there.
All right, well, everyone else can
Hey,
catch up.
we'll figure it out.
So she can be frenzied, discard during... Did we get a frenzied already? No.
No.
Discard during your turn, increase hunger, perform 1 free attack action.
Nice. So as you may have noticed, a lot of these extra traits are like increase your hunger to
To do
get a better
something-
attack or to do something else or whatever. So, all right. So that's Wasp done. I think... So do you want to go in there and just wail on those guys with Hulk, or should I go do that with Captain America?
Enemies have -1 toughness. He's good at going after the thicker guys.
Yeah.
I mean, he's rolling 3 dice, 4, 5 dice.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, do you want to have Captain America start
Maybe I'll start coming into here and like,
those guys?
yeah. So,
So,
is there a door here? I can't... There's a door there.
There's a door there. There's a door over here. So you have to go around.
Yeah. So, or I can go in here, attack. Oh, but then Hulk wants to attack. So I'll go 1,
Yeah, that also makes the exit
2.
a little bit closer.
and then I guess I'll open this door. For 3.
And we're spawning yellow now, right?
We're spawning in the yellow now.
Okay, so for the first zone here, we have 3 specialists, which is not a good place for them to be.
Yeah. Nope. Considering Captain America's right there. I think Iron Man may have to come in and rescue Captain America.
Who's going to rescue Iron Man?
That's a good question. I don't know.
And then the next location, we have 1 superhero. So who is sitting in the office, I guess?
Looks like, yeah. Maybe an office?
He's by
kitchen?
the water cooler. He's getting some refreshments at the water cooler.
Who we got here? Oh,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. There we go.
Spawns in the closest zone of a zombie hero.
Bam. So normally he would spawn in there.
But he just
But
whipped through the door and
Yep, exactly.
went right in there.
So yeah, Iron Man, Captain America is kind of...
Well, you know who Captain America is going to fight now. Does he have any way to...
I think I've used all my actions. So he went 1, 2,
Oh,
and
and
then
then
3. Yep.
Can you... Does Undead let you enrage the
Oh, let's see. Discard and increase hunger by any amount when enemies enter your zone. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I will do that. I'm going to increase hunger by any amount, which is going to be 1, because now I'm at max hunger before I'm ravenous.
to immediately get a free attack.
To get a free attack, because enemies just entered my zone.
There you go.
Awesome. Good call. I forgot I had that. So, zombie Captain America is going to whack Spider-Man with his shield. So I have 5 dice. I'm hitting on a 3+, and Spider-Man
He's got 4 health.
has 4 health?
Yes,
That was
he's tough.
Oh, he's wiry. 3+ is a hit. So
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Done.
All right, 4 experience.
Sweet. Bye, Spider-Man. We hardly knew ye. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just barely not in the yellow.
Heroes don't get stronger throughout the game, do they?
They do not.
Okay, but we do spawn in more and more things at a time.
Yes, we do. So, like, yeah, it does kind of ramp up. Okay, so that's Captain America done. And so now Hulk. What you want to do, Hulk?
Yeah, I can't really come and help you much. It's too far away. I can
I think take out those specials maybe.
So we'll just move in for one, and then
we didn't reveal this bystander. We forgot to do that. Ah, secret guy. So the secret guy. Once we reveal this, we're gonna draw one of these cards and see who it is.
Okay, it is Thunderbolt Ross.
Ooh, he's a combat bystander.
He's a fighter. And once during your turn, you may increase hunger to push all enemies in your zone into an adjacent zone. So he's pretty useful.
Yeah. So we're going to put this secret bystander card, which only appears in certain scenarios. We're going to put it underneath Thunderbolt Ross and just put him somewhere around the board. And then we'll put his mini right there.
Okay, and now, they don't open doors, right? So
correct.
He's going to try to run away, and if he escapes, we've lost.
Correct. So we're trying to eat him to gain the access codes to Avengers Tower. Makes sense thematically because I think Thunderbolt Ross would have the access codes.
I think he would, yes.
As opposed to like Blind Al having them or something, or like Aunt May or something.
Right.
But now that the secret bystander has been revealed, the green and the blue spawn points are also active.
Both of them.
Both of them. So things are going to get a little bit messier.
Okay. So, again, Hulk is going to go. He might as well go after the most dangerous. Because he can't really come over help. 1, 2, 3. He's got no ranged. So he's just going to come in here for one. He is rolling 3, 4, 5 dice. And hitting on a 4 or higher. Alright, so there's 3 and a hunger. And they only have 1 toughness, so he manages to beat all 3.
Nice.
Raise his experience. So that's 1, 2, and then I guess for a third, I'll just move back out. Because if things spawn here and then activate, he's just going to get walloped. So we'll run away and we'll try to come join you.
True.
And that's Hulk.
Okay, that's Hulk done. So I think... So Iron Man's up next. He
may have to help.
I think he's just going to be attack. He's just going to attack. I think.
Oh yeah, because these speedy guys are going to run in and hurt
and attack. Yeah, whereas these guys will just run in. And these guys will just run in. But Iron Man has range, so he's got a range of 0 to 1, and he's going to be rolling 5 dice. So I think I am going to target. What
does your special ability do?
My trait or my repulsor blast? You mean?
Both.
So repulsor blast lets me, whenever I attack with missile wave, which is his basic attack, I get to push enemies into an adjacent zone.
Okay.
And then my trait, that is very useful. Yeah, it's basically what Thunderbolt Ross lets you do. My submit to hunger says discard during your turn, increase hunger by any amount, and ignore ravenous this turn. I'm not sure why you'd want to... Oh, I guess you can increase by 0 if you're already ravenous, and then not take a damage.
Or just for the extra dice.
Right. Oh, true, because then you can go up to 4, and then you can still do your basic attack if you're ignoring ravenous.
Yep.
Smart. Okay.
But you're rolling enough dice now.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I should just even...
This will be tougher, though, because this will take 4 hits.
Correct.
To clear both of them out.
But I'm wondering if I should just ignore these two guys and just... Iron Man shouldn't really devour Thunderbolt Ross because he's already got that ability.
Yeah. Well, you can always just thin out the herd and level up a bit with experience.
I think I might just attack everybody in this area and stay where I'm at. Okay, so we're going to go with these specialists first because they're the ones who are actually going to do damage to us. So 5 dice. Ooh, should I submit to hunger?
Just crank it up and
I think I might save that until a superhero comes out.
I would save it because we're only in blue right now.
Yeah.
Like, just wait till we're spawning at the orange level or red level.
Every time I played this game so far, Thor has come out of nowhere and just absolutely wrecked me.
Oh no, he's in there somewhere.
He's in there somewhere, and when he comes out, things are he's pretty dangerous. All right, so we're attacking these guys. So I'm hitting on a 4+, so I only hit once. No. That's really bad. And I got a hunger. All right, so I kill one of them for 1 XP. That's 1 attack. I'll do a second attack again on these guys, And now I get 6. I get 6 dice.
What happens if you need more dice?
I think you just reroll.
They didn't include enough dice.
They did not include it. Yeah. There we go. That's better. So 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus. So these guys are dead. So that's 2 more XP. And then I have a third attack, a third ability. I could ignore these guys and gain a second trait. Or I could try to take some of these guys out, because more are going to spawn now that we're in the yellow.
More are going to spawn.
I think I might kill these guards, or try to at least take one of them out.
When you have this many dice, the guards are probably a good bet.
Yeah, right? I agree. And I'm not... Ooh, I might become ravenous if I take another hunger.
Well, that would be
But fine. I could ignore ravenous.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. Well, I think we're going to constantly cycle to ravenous.
Yeah, but
right. Like Hulk and Captain America will just automatically become ravenous next round.
Yeah, but as long as as long as you are able to devour someone before the end of your turn, you don't take that damage for being ravenous.
Right.
Whereas this is Iron Man's last action, so if I roll 6 dice, and one of them's a 1, he's taking a damage at the end of the round.
Right.
Let's see what happens. We're good. Okay. But I only kill one guy, so I've got 2 4 pluses, and then one of these, and these ones are misses. So I've only got enough to kill one guard. This hit is wasted. So I get 1 XP for killing that guard. And that is Iron Man's turn done.
Okay, that's everybody.
Yep. So now we'll go through the enemy activations. We can go zone by zone. Doesn't really matter what order. So these guys are going to both go here. These guys are also going to go here. These guys are going to go here. And then Ross is going to go here. And then we're going to spawn. So we'll start at the 1 as always.
Okay, 2 specialists.
All right.
We're in gold now. Over here, we have 1 superhero.
Oh, here we go. This is going to be Thor, I know it.
Nope, Scarlet Witch.
Oh, she's also annoying.
Zombie heroes in her zone must reroll all hits. So, blast her from far away.
Yeah, oh, right.
And then for over here, we have 3 guards.
Oh, man. All right, here we go.
And then for the green, we're going to have... Is that the right card?
Yep.
Okay, so what is that?
So it's an extra activation, so all troopers will activate right away.
Okay, that's all the gray guys.
All the gray dudes. So
that's not good.
That's not good at all. So 3 hits are going to be given out. So these guys are going to move. Okay, so this is interesting because the order that we do this in matters. Right?
Well, each model only activates once.
Correct. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. So we'll activate this first. Just to make it easier for tracking purposes. So these guys are going to hit Captain America and Iron Man. Now, Captain America has a vibranium shield, which has shield block. So each time enemies in my zone attack, before assigning the wounds, roll 1 die for each wound that would be assigned, and on a 5+, I prevent that wound. I prevented nothing. All right, so now we have to assign 3 wounds between Captain America and Iron Man. So I guess 2 and 1. And in this game, if any one of our zombies dies, we lose the whole game at the end of the round. All right, and then these guys are going to activate. Now, when they're normally enemies would move towards the closest zombie within line of sight. In this case, Hulk is within line of sight, and so are Captain America and Iron Man, and they're both the same distance away. So when this happens, the group splits up. So one of them is going to move here, one of them is going to move here.
Okay.
All right, that card was not good.
No.
So now we go to the blue.
We still got 1 more.
Yep.
Guard rush. Spawn, then activate.
2 guards, and they activate.
Yeah, which is not good because we have a lot of guards.
We're far away.
That's just them, though.
That's just them. Not all the guards.
Okay.
Yeah, if that was the case, I think we'd be dead.
That would be
this game can definitely get away from you, I found.
All right, so increase
hunger. So both of my dudes are ravenous now.
1 of mine is ravenous. Okay, well, I think, I mean, Hulk can just eat right now, but we also want Wasp to maybe take out Scarlet Witch.
From range, yes.
Yeah. So maybe we'll have Wasp go first. So go 1, and
and you can also make her have 1 less toughness.
So she would be a toughness 2 instead of 3.
Yeah.
She's not in the same zone, so I don't have to re-roll. And I'm rolling 2 3 dice.
So, and are you gonna do the Agent of Hydra Bob's ability?
Increase hunger to have enemies. Yeah, it doesn't cost me anything, right?
And you have to increase your hunger though.
Oh, okay.
Right, which gives you an extra die too.
Yeah, well, that's great then. Okay, I don't need to do a free action. So 4 dice. Yeah, I should be able to get her. She's only a 2.
Yeah, only a 2.
And I can ignore target priority. I also have 1 extra action. I gotta remember that.
Yeah, Wasp is. Oh man, what is happening with your rolls today, Will?
They're unusually good. Okay, so Scarlet Witch is gone, which gives 3 experience. And away she goes.
Yep, she is gone.
So that's 1, 2, and then I guess
yeah. Oh, so one thing I actually did not mention this when I taught you the rules.
Oh, okay.
Is when you move and you're in the same zone as an enemy, for each enemy figure in that zone, you need 1 extra action to move out of there.
Oh.
So you need 2 actions to move out of there. 1 for the movement plus 1 for the enemy. So you could kill him.
Yeah.
Or you could gain a trait and then Hulk can kill him.
Yeah, I was hoping Hulk would just be able to eat.
Yeah, Hulk can eat him.
But, I mean, Hulk can... Yeah, I guess I was hoping Hulk could move in here and take out a bunch of people.
He definitely... So if you've only used 2 actions, and you have 2 2 more.
2 more.
So you could use both of your actions to move out here. Or you could use an action to kill him, and then that frees up Hulk's movement.
I'm thinking that's what I'll do, because then I'll let Hulk move in and just have at... Now, do special abilities like Strongest When There Is work when he's under Devour? Or when he's hungry?
That's a good...
Do abilities still take into effect?
I think so.
Because you can't do any other actions.
Right, but this is a passive ability.
But his ability does his ability still work?
I believe so. I can double check that in the rulebook while you take your turn, though.
Okay, so...
In this case, it doesn't really matter if you're just attacking the...
Yeah, so Wasp is going to go ahead and take out that guy. And I'm rolling 4 dice. Take on a 3 or higher. Yep. He's gone, and then I'll move for my last.
So it says, let's see here. It says, and many skills and abilities tied to increasing hunger or performing regular attacks become unusable. But this isn't tied to a regular attack.
No, it's just enemies have -1 toughness against your attacks.
Which Devour is an attack.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it still works when you're Devoured.
Thunderclap.
Right, which you don't even have access to right now because you're not in the orange.
No. So maybe we'll have Hulk come in and soften up this crowd here.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, and then he's going to Devour for 5 dice.
It also gives us a larger health pool to distribute wounds amongst if we need,
exactly.
If need be.
So 5 dice hunger, and all enemies are just toughness 1.
Except for the guard. Oh, even right, because you're Hulk. Yeah, so go for the guard first, anyways. So normally he would increase. What would increase his Hulk's hunger by 1? But because he's already ravenous, you can ignore this.
Okay. So unfortunately, only 2 hits. But we could take out the guard for 1.
Also, when you devour, you only ever devour 1 enemy.
Oh,
regardless of how many hits.
But you have to still do full priority then, right?
Correct.
Okay, so it's the guard.
So it's the guard either way. So you immediately remove, you get the XP, and you drop your hunger down to 0. And so now whatever actions you have left can be normal actions.
Is none.
If you have any.
Yeah, that was all 3.
Excellent. Okay, so I guess we'll go with Cap. And he has to devour because he's ravenous. And I definitely don't want him to lose any more health because he's already at 3 of 5. And regaining health in this game is it's very difficult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, certain traits do it, but
that's about
not
it.
Much else.
Yeah, so I've got 1 plus 4, I've got 5 dice, 4 plus, it's like everybody else. Bam. So I'm going to take out one of these troopers, and that gives me an XP, and now I'm in the yellow, with Captain America, and I'm back down to 0 hunger. So now I can... Now, do I even want to take out those troopers? Because I... Oh, yeah, you know what? I do, because I want Iron Man to devour Blind Al.
Yeah.
So my hunger is 0. My vibranium shield gives me 2 dice. I have no traits to increase that. But I do have 1 extra action, so I've used 1 action, so I have 3 left. Hitting the 3+, so 1 hit. Bam. And that's 1 XP. That's 2 actions. Third action, I have 1, 2, 3. I can't move out of there. And I can't hit these guys because they're at range.
Just fight them again.
I guess I'll just fight them again. That's 2 actions, 3 actions. Oh, that's 2 hits. I will take them out.
Yeah.
There we go. And I don't have to do my... Actually, for my last action, I'll gain a trait. Because I'm no longer ravenous. What do I got here? Feast. Have we seen Feast? I don't think we've seen Feast yet.
We have not.
So Feast. Discard when performing a Devour attack. This attack may eliminate more than 1 enemy. And target party still applies.
Oh, perfect.
There you go.
Okay, your experience.
Oh, thank you. 2 XP, right?
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah, I think you already took the first one.
I did, yes. And that's Captain America's turn done. So now Iron Man is going to devour Blind Al, hopefully.
Blind Al, or should he go in and take...
No, I don't want him to take Thunderbolt Ross, because Thunderbolt Ross's ability is basically a duplication of Iron Man's Repulsor Blast.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that like Hulk should devour
Ross,
Ross, or Captain America should devour Ross, whereas Blind Al lets Iron Man avoid damage potentially. So it's probably better for him to do that.
Yeah.
So 4 hunger plus 1 base die. Oh my god. Oh, I got it.
Oh.
There we go. So Blind Al has been eaten. Sorry, Deadpool, who is also a zombie in this game. And hunger goes down to 0.
Blind Al goes in your belly.
She sure does. So now, Iron Man can, each time he would be wounded, I may increase my hunger to roll 1 die and on a 3+ negate that wound. Okay, so that's 1. I want to get the XP for devouring. I get 5 XP for bystander, right?
5 experience for bystander. Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5. And now Iron Man's in the yellow also, so he gets an extra action. So the first action I did was to devour. So second action...
You always blast these guys.
I'm definitely going to blast these guys, yep. And my hunger is now 0. I can submit to my hunger. By any amount. I'm going to jack it up to 3 again.
Is that... You have to discard the card?
I have to discard the card, yeah. So I'll discard submit to hunger. Oh, no, I was saving it for a superhero, wasn't I?
Well, I mean, it would be a good
probably
move.
A better idea to save it for a superhero. All right. So we'll just use 3 dice, hitting on a 4+. So I can, at the most, I can kill 1 guard. There we go. Increase my hunger. One of these guys is dead. I get an XP. So that's 2 actions. I get 2 more. So I'm gonna hit these guys again. Or should I?
Or start moving out.
Start moving out and like maybe see who this is, or not that we need to see who that is anymore. But we do need
some more experience, and we also can't let them escape.
We can.
Now that we've gotten 1 key, once we have 1 key card, can we let the other one escape?
There's only 1 key card that we need.
Oh, there's only 1.
Yeah,
okay.
so it's only if this guy escapes do we lose the game. The rest of them can escape, and we just won't get the power / XP for them.
Right.
But yeah, the extra XP is not a bad thing. And so Hulk should devour that guy because Captain America's already in the yellow.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll start moving out this way. So I have 2 more actions, right? I devoured and then I attacked.
Yeah.
So then 1 and 2. Well, we'll see what happens. Also, no, because nobody else has any actions left. I could have pushed these guys into an adjacent zone with my Repulsor Blast, but I don't want to do that because then they'll attack people.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's Iron Man done. So now we're going to go to our enemy activation phase. So we'll start at the bottom here. These guys move into here.
Yep.
Shortest path to any closest zombie hero. These guys are going to move here. Shortest path to closest hero in line of sight. And they get 2 activations. Or 2 actions for 1 activation.
Yep. And then everyone's coming
they
in
just
here.
move into there. And he moves into there. And that would be it.
And then we spawn. All right, number one, and we're in yellow still. 8.
Oh my gosh,
Troopers.
8 troopers.
And then they activate.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they all move into here. Wow, that's a pretty good horde of troopers.
All right, next area. 6 troopers.
Another trooper rush.
And then it activates.
Wow, okay. 1, 2.
Wasp is
3,
being surrounded here.
4, 6 troopers?
6.
Oh, man. Oops. Whoops. Yeah, Wasp is in some trouble.
All right, down here we have
A guard rush. So 3 and they activate.
Yeah.
Man, everyone is rushing at us. Oh, look how many guards are in this one zone. That's brutal.
This sounds like a job for Hulk.
Yeah, it definitely does. It definitely does.
And then green, we are having
an extra activation of all superheroes, which are none. I love it.
Great. And then blue, we have 3 troopers.
All right. That's a little bit more manageable. So there's 8 troopers, 6 troopers, 4 guards. That's awesome. I love how things ramp up in this game. So hunger goes up. All right, back to our turns.
Okay, maybe Hulk should smash.
I Hulk smash, yeah. Hulk smash.
He's only getting 4 dice, but at least he can ignore a toughness.
Or I guess Hulk should smash because he's a zombie.
Smash.
That's terrible.
He does not have an extra action yet.
Not yet, but he will as soon as he takes out a couple guards.
Yeah, he can't eat the bystander yet because
the guards are blocking. Yeah, you're blocking your priority, but.
Okay, here we go. That was awful. Okay, so that's 1 guard.
Well, 1 guard dies because of Hulk's strongest there is ability.
Yep. Okay, so that's 1 action. Let's do that again.
Yep. Oh, there we go. They're all 4 of them are just gone.
There's the smash we've been waiting for.
Ground pound. Right, so now Hulk has 1 extra action. So
time
that's
to
2.
devour.
Yeah.
So there's only 2 dice. We'll see if he can do it. And he has...
Oh, wait, how'd you have that many dice when you rolled your smash? Oh, 3 plus 1 is 4.
Yeah.
Math.
Alright, so devour. Nope.
Nope. So that's 3. You can try it again.
Yeah, I get 1 extra action. Devour.
There you go. You got it.
Thunder Roll Boss, and the secret code is in my belly.
Yeah. Great. Zombie Hulk has access to Avengers Tower. That seems like a good idea.
We all have access.
Yeah. Now these doors are not open yet, but now we have the ability to open them. They are unlocked. Yeah.
All right. That is Hulk is satisfied.
That was a great turn. That was really good.
Some solid smashing.
That was definitely some solid smashing. Nice. All right. I guess Captain America might come in and help Wasp out.
Yeah, and then we should maybe start running.
Yeah.
Wasp can kind of shoot and run.
Yeah, I think so. All right. So that's 1 action for Captain America. 2 is going to be to hit the specialists. So 3 dice and hitting on a 3+. So 2 hits and a hunger. So these 2 guys are dead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't get the 5 for the...
Oh, yeah. So that was a move and an attack. And then I think we'll keep moving out this way.
Yeah.
I think I might move this way and then just gain a trait. Because if I move into there, then they're going to hit me. Yeah. Gorge. So this is like one of, if not the only way to heal in this game. Discard after devouring a guard or superhero, heal 1 of your wounds, which is great because Cap definitely needs to heal.
Yeah, he's going to take the most damage.
Yeah. Which makes sense. He's the leader and, he's the tank.
Yep.
I guess Hulk is kind of a tank too.
All right, Wasp is going to hit and run, I think.
Yeah.
She can shoot thin metal a little bit and then run. Hopefully I won't become hungry.
Oh, we'll become ravenous, yeah.
Become ravenous. Let's see, so 2 plus 3, 5 dice, 1 range, hit on a 3 or higher. I guess we'll go after the bigger horde.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because.
Oh, and she's ravenous.
Yep.
So now she has to wade into the into the muck, or maybe not.
All right,
She doesn't
so
have to.
So she cleans up 3 of them, anyways.
Yep.
Yeah,
And 3
we're
XP
running
for
out
that.
of space on the side.
I'll load them back into the hoppers.
Now, does she have to go in that direction, or can I stumble off somewhere else?
No, you can stumble off wherever you want. You can go wherever you want to go.
That's 1.
So you've done 1 action. You've got 3 more actions.
In theory, I could go in, eat, and then
You can't get back out.
finish the rest of them off.
Yeah, but then your hunger's
Possibly.
back at 0, right?
That's
so you have
right.
less dice.
I can increase hunger,
Yeah.
perform a free action.
Yeah, a free attack action, yeah. So you could go in there, devour somebody. Hunger goes back down to 0.
Then I get a free
Attack.
action and run.
And then you could... It's not a free action, it's a free attack action.
Oh, free attack action.
So you could, like, thin them out more with an attack and then your free attack.
Right.
And if you get a few of these teeth symbols, you might get more dice on your second free attack. Or just like stumble over this way and...
Try to eat a guard.
Yeah, you could do that. And then, like, Iron Man...
Guards still have toughness, or is it just an automatic eat on a 4?
Guards still have 2 toughness.
I mean, I'm rolling the most I can.
You are, yeah.
So why don't we try to eat a guard then?
Go for it.
This is the largest meal.
And, like, worst case scenario, you could always just use your frenzied to try again.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, and then your third would be to eat a
My
guard.
4th.
Yeah, sorry, your 4th.
Which is
5 dice.
5, yeah. I need 2 dice at 4 or higher. No target party, yeah.
Done.
Now, do we ignore?
You ignore those, yeah,
Those two.
because, I mean, even if you didn't ignore them, your hunger goes back down to 0 anyways,
Right.
so it doesn't matter.
So, 1 experience.
Yep.
Eat 1
Oh,
guard.
almost in the orange.
Yeah, let's not go there yet.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
not ready for the orange.
Yeah, not quite, eh?
Yeah, I'm just going to end my turn there.
Do you... You
Because
could do your...
Iron Man hasn't gone yet.
Iron Man has not gone yet, so Iron Man can wipe this guy out, potentially. Okay.
We need to start heading for the tower anyways.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I'm thinking? Eventually, these guys are going to be in range of this sign.
Oh, then just throw it.
Just, like,
Yeah.
pick it up and huck it at them.
So that is a special action for the scenario. There's an Avengers sign laying on the ground that we can perform a range 2 attack. Star dice. So roll 1 die for each enemy in the targeted zone. Heroes are ignored for this attack. Flip the token to its damage side after the first use.
Yep.
We're after the 7. So it becomes used,
And then you throw it again, and
gone.
it shatters.
but it would hit. Basically, every single guy has to roll a die, and they get hit on a 4 or higher.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that sounds like a plan.
So because these guys are going to all converge into this one area, right?
Yeah, and eventually they might split, but Hulk is gonna try to catch up.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, Iron Man still has to do some stuff. So Iron Man's going to attack this guy from range with his missile wave. So I get 5 dice for that. Hitting on a 4+. Yep, so 1 guard is dead, which is the 1 guard that's there. So he's dead. I get an XP for that. That's 1 action done. I have 3 more because I'm in the yellow. Now, I think we should probably start making our way to this Avengers Tower and try to gain these objectives. And then once we have the objective tokens, each of us has to make it back to the exit, which is currently swarmed.
Yep.
So, yeah, we'll have to fight our way out. So that's 1, 2, and then 3, and then I guess 4 would be to open this up.
And spawn everything inside.
Spawn everything inside. I think we're playing this wrong, actually, come to think of it.
Are we?
I mean, I think I've been playing this game wrong the whole time. I think you're only supposed to spawn, like, what's in that one room, because that would be the zone. But I don't know. We can check the rulebook later.
Well, there's no further doors. Everything is just open.
Well, I think these are supposed to be doors because they look the same. I could be wrong though. I'm not sure.
I mean, is there enough tokens for all those things?
Yeah, there's lots of extra door tokens.
I mean, it's possible that they're just all doors.
It could be.
I mean, there are different maps that have more doors than others.
Yeah. So check opening doors.
Yeah, you know the rulebook.
Yeah, so let's take a look here. Interact with object attacks. Opening doors. Zombie hero breaks open a door in their zone. Place a door token on its open side where the closed door was. Or in the case that there was already a closed door token, just flip it. Once open, doors cannot be closed again. Some mission... opening a building for the first time reveals all the enemies and bystanders waiting inside. Okay, no, we've been doing it right.
Okay. Those are not also doors.
I guess. No, I think they are.
They're just different zones.
Closed doors create separations between buildings. So, like, these are separations between... Oops. Between the buildings. Yeah, so once you open a door for the first time, everything in here gets revealed. A single building sends all rooms connected by openings. So this is all one building across these two tiles. Enemies waiting in a building only spawn in the zones marked with the exclamation point. Draw and resolve one spawn card for each of the zones.
Okay, well, that makes sense there.
Yep. Yep. No, we've been doing it right.
Are you opening it up?
Yeah, I'm opening it up. So we're gonna spawn everything in here. So we got one guy there, or one spawn there.
Okay, we have 2 guards, spawn and activates.
So 2 guards, and it's a guard rush.
We're still yellow, right?
We are still in the yellow, yeah. So these guys are gonna go here. Oh wait, no, they're gonna go here into my zone because this is an open door.
Right.
And then I think there's one here as well.
6 troopers, spawn and activates.
Okay. So they're gonna spawn here and then move into here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Or here because this is also.
Oh, true, here because there's an opening there too. Yep, that's right. And this is the shortest path to the closest hero. And then there's no spawn here, but this is a bystander. It is Aunt May.
Oh.
So Aunt May is also a way to heal. Aunt May says, let's see Aunt May here. During your turn, you may increase hunger and discard this card to heal one of your wounds. So ideally, I think Captain America should devour Aunt May. We'll put her on that side over there. You got more space. Okay. And then region. This is all one building. So we've got this spawning area here.
Okay, superhero.
Oh, here we go. Who we got?
We have Thor.
Thor, here he is. All right, so
his attacks deal 2 wounds, and he takes 5 to hit to take down.
Yeah, 5 in one shot.
In one shot.
Yeah, so he's very tough.
Sounds like Hulk needs to get in there and reduce his toughness.
Yeah, I think so. And then we've got another spawn here.
Okay, we are adding 2 specialist airdrop.
Ooh.
If drawn during the enemy phase,
which it is not,
instead of spawning as usual for each zombie hero, spawn 1 specialist in their zone.
So this is not the enemy phase, this is my phase, but I'm just revealing stuff. So we ignore that, we just spawn 2 as normal. And I think that's right. If not, somebody will tell me.
Yeah, because it's not the enemy phase.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's another bystander here, which is who's Okoye. So Okoye is a combat bystander. So she will attack and do 1 damage if she's in your zone at the end of your turn, or when the enemies activate. And she says, what do we got? Here we go. Once during your turn, you may increase hunger to perform 1 free melee attack. That's pretty good.
Yep.
Okay, so these guys. That's the troopers. Okay. So obviously Iron Man has to attack these guys. So what I do?
Any more actions left?
That's a good question. I moved into here.
You shot in there first.
I shot in there first. Killed the guard. That's 1. Oh, I was here, wasn't I?
Yeah.
So 1, and then move into here's 2, 3, 4. Nope, I have no more turns.
Whoops. Can you discard anything for free attack or?
Increase hunger. I can ignore ravenous. No, I can't. I got nothing. But I have Blind Al who can help me prevent wounds.
Let's hope he does.
Let's hope she does.
Because
Yeah.
it's time for enemy activation,
Sweet.
which is a lot of.
There are a lot of them. Yeah. So okay, I guess we'll just go from bottom to top.
Sure.
So Thor. So superheroes get 2 activations like specialists do. So I guess we haven't really had a superhero activate yet because we've been killing them off pretty effectively.
That's the plan.
Yeah. So he's going to take the shortest path to the closest hero, which I think would be like 1, 2.
Yeah, either way he ends up there.
Yeah, I think so. And then Aunt May is going to move here. These guys are going to move here. Here.
With them, yeah. But only the guards are attacking.
And only the guards are attacking. So we'll do that. We'll resolve that attack now. The guards will attack Iron Man. So normally, I would just take 2 wounds. But I've blind out. Says each time you would be wounded, you may increase hunger to roll 1 die. So I'll do it once for one of those wounds. And on a 3+, I negate that wound. So I negate one of the wounds. And I think I'll take the second wound because I don't want to be ravenous. Oh, but I can ignore ravenous next turn.
We'll just ignore the wound then. Or possibly ignore.
Yeah, I guess I'll increase to try to ignore the wound. See what happens. Nope, I failed. That's a 1. So I increase hunger and still take the wound. Awesome. All right, so that's these guys done. These guys are done. Okoye is going to move 1 this way, I believe. These guys will move 1 this way.
They move twice.
They move twice. You're right. They move 1 that way or this way. We'll put them there. Or do you want to move
Doesn't
them there?
matter either way.
Yeah, I don't think so, right?
It's the same distance.
Unless like someone's going to move into this green door. Because then they'll have
I guess
to
it's
them.
technically closer because the door is there.
But if we move them... Oh, but you know what? They should split up, shouldn't they? Because there's...
Yeah, but the door's not open.
Oh, but there's no line of sight.
The door's not open either.
Correct. So we'll move them here.
Sure.
Because then Okoye's alone and somebody can just go and devour her easily.
Yeah.
These guys move here.
And then these all move into the massive pool in the middle.
Yep. The horde of the living.
Horde of the living. The unruly mob.
Yeah. So now the question is...
Do we throw the sign now or later?
I think we should throw the sign now. But the question is, do we throw the sign in here or do we throw the sign in there? Because like Iron Man is in some
we haven't
serious
spawned
trouble.
yet.
Oh,
Let's see what happens
after
we
yet.
spawn.
Okay, all right. So let's start number 1 here.
2 specialists.
All right,
We're
2
still yellow.
specialists.
Everybody's yellow.
Everyone's yellow. Yep. Wasp, stay in the yellow.
Okay.
Actually, doesn't matter.
Here,
It doesn't matter.
2 more specialists.
Or up there?
Yep.
2 specialists. Oh my god. Fail. There we go.
Down here we have escorted bystander.
Okay.
Spawn 1 bystander and 2 guards.
All right, so we haven't seen these. You haven't seen this yet. So escorted bystanders work like regular bystanders, except that they always move with the guards when the guards activate. So who we got there? Flip
Did
it
we
over.
reveal it now?
Yep, reveal it now.
Okay, this is...
J. Jonah Jameson. Oh man, who wouldn't like to eat J. Jonah Jameson? JJ. So he is protected by these guards, and he will only move if the guards are with him. And then he's a non-combat bystander, so he's not going to attack us.
We don't lose if he escapes.
We don't lose if he escapes.
And where does he go?
He's gonna move with the guards to whoever the closest hero is. So unlike regular bystanders, he's just tagging along. He's not going to make his way to the exit. If the guards happen to move him over the exit, he is not removed. But he can't be devoured, obviously, until these guards are gone. And if he's alone when the enemies spawn, then we spawn a guard there with him.
Okay. All right, green. 5 troopers and activates.
Wow. Okay, so I think we know where the sign is going. Because they're going to spawn here and then all rush at Iron Man, who is currently ravenous.
He can only eat 1 person.
Yeah, true.
And then the last blue, we have another superhero.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Okay.
And we're drawing Miss Marvel. She can There's Miss Marvel here. 3 health. She can attack zombie heroes from 3 zones away, regardless of line of sight. But walls still block it. So she would have to count like around the wall.
Yeah.
In order to hit you.
Yeah. So normally line of sight does not extend like across corners, but I guess it does if you're Miss Marvel because she
just stretches
around it. Yep. Okay, that's pretty bad. We're in some trouble here, I think. So hunger phase. Everyone increases their hunger by 1. And we
don't have the special objectives yet either.
We have not gotten any of these yet. They're pretty well guarded. I mean, Thor is in Avengers Tower, for Christ's sake. All right. So I'm thinking...
Maybe we should throw the sign?
I'm thinking we throw the sign at this horde here.
Do you want to have Captain America throw it? Since Wasp can shoot.
Oh, that's a good idea. Away. That's a good idea. Yeah, I'll go in with Cap. Oh, but I also wanted to devour one of these guards. I think it's more important that I throw the sign, though. So 1, move into there. 2, I'm going to throw the sign. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 1 die for each enemy in the targeted zone. So 13 dice. So I've only got 6 dice here. Oh, yeah, we could pull the dice.
So does that mean that the guards cannot be killed by this because they roll 1 die each?
No, I mean you still like take 2 of those hits and assign it to the guard first.
Oh, I see. Okay.
They'll just protect some of these guys, I think. In the end, we got it all said and done. Move it out to the same news. Yeah. So we'll have to either grab some of the dice out of your set there, and we still won't have enough.
No, we need 1 extra.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure I'll roll a miss or something. So. And they are the exact same. They're a little bit different. They look a little bit different, but it's the same. Like it's a D6 with the 1 being the...
Well, we can keep them separate.
Oh, no. It looks the same.
These looks... Are they dusty?
I think they're a little bit dusty.
Oh, they've got like some sort of greasiness on them.
Okay.
It's just like a plastic stuff.
That's fine.
So, I mean...
Doesn't matter.
It's up to you. If you want to keep them separate,
I don't really...
We will, otherwise...
I'm good either way.
Or here, we'll each roll.
Yeah, sure.
And then you can roll 1 extra.
And what's the hit? 4 plus?
4 plus.
So I got 2, 3 hits.
I have 3 here.
So
you can roll an extra 1.
And roll an extra 1. Yes. Okay. So you got 1 guard is dead, 2 guards are dead, and then 3 of these troopers are dead. So 1, 2... 1, 2, 3. So that's 5 XP for Cap. So we're at 17. Awesome. That was a good hit. And then this gets flipped into this zone. So I threw it there, and now it's damaged. So only 1 more use out of it, which Iron Man could use right away. So that's 1, 2, and then I think. Should we give Thor... Oh, we can't open that door. That's not... No,
it's not openable.
It's not. It's rubble, yeah. I wonder if I should... Oh, but then Miss Marvel's there, too. She's going to attack somebody.
She's just going to whack you from range.
For 2, yeah. I need to get out of that. I need to get out of there, perhaps.
Or if you can take out these guys, we'll see if we can have Wasp take out Miss Marvel.
Yep.
Right, because she has Bob in her belly.
Yes, she does.
So she can reduce her Miss Marvel's toughness.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Okay. So I've used 2. I have 2 more actions. I'd like to devour a superhero at some point so I can heal with Captain America, but that may not happen.
Yeah, you'd have to get in with Miss Marvel there, but...
Yeah.
You can't get past to her guards.
No, unless maybe I'll just go in here and attack. Because then I'll take these guys out and then she can come in and attack Miss Marvel. I think that makes sense.
It takes out the threat.
Yeah, so I get 5 dice for that. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Captain America is now ravenous, which means he's going to take a damage. So I do 1, 2, 3 hits and 1 hunger. So he kills all 3 of these guys. Oh, that's not great.
Do you have any ability?
So 1, 2, 3. Oh. Oh, but now I have Ricochet. Once during your turn after attacking with Vibranium Shield, which I just did, perform 1 free Vibranium Shield attack with a range of 0 to 1. So I could attack Miss Marvel. But does that... This is kind of a weird timing issue.
So what's during your turn after attacking the...
With Vibranium Shield, which I just did, perform 1 free Vibranium Shield attack with a range of 0 to 1.
But if you're ravenous, the only actions they can perform are move or devour.
Right. So I guess I would just ignore that. Because I can't...
Unless you could...
But like thematically, the shield would ricochet without me having to do anything.
This is true. So we could house rule it. Is it an action?
No, it's tied to another action. But I guess the rulebook does say if you're ravenous, you ignore powers tied to other basic tied to your basic action. It does say that, so I wouldn't be able to do it, I guess.
I mean, I'd be willing to house rule it since it makes sense. The shield bounces, but
yeah.
But if the rulebook says ignore other things, other abilities. I like, for the sake of fun and thematics,
I would say we house rule it.
I would say that shield bounces.
Yeah, all right, I'm good with that. So that means that I get 6 dice because I'm at hunger 4.
Watch our video on house ruling.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna attack Miss Marvel then.
We definitely have some good discussions on should we house rule? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Generally, we don't. 1, 2, 3,
4. That was a 3.
I don't think it's gonna matter to anybody.
Nah. Yeah. Okay, so she's dead.
Okay. So she 3 health?
Yep.
All right.
Sweet. Good job. Shield. Sentient shield. 1, 2, 3. And now it bounces back, and I assume he catches it, even though he's ravenous.
Yes, it's instinctive.
It's exactly. It's instinctive at this point in Captain America's undeath. Right. So Cap is done.
Okay. Does Iron Man need to eat?
Iron Man does need to eat. That's all he can do right now.
Why don't you let him eat while there's still people there? We wouldn't want to wipe out a bunch of them and then have nothing to eat.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll go with Iron Man first. So first thing he's gonna do is devour. So 5 dice. He does in fact hit. So he devours one of them. He gains the XP for that. Has 1 action. His hunger goes back down to 0. Oh wait, Cap is ravenous. He should have taken a damage at the end of his turn. Ooh, that's rough. All right. So second turn for Iron Man. I think he is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm thinking he uses the sign at these guys. He could also use the sign. Oh, but no, that'd be useless if he was attacking that area.
Yeah, I guess Thor has 5 health.
Ooh, you know what? I do have line of sight into here. So
he's gonna shoot in there?
I might do my let's take out these guys first and see what happens.
I can always try to take them out with Hulk.
You're here though. Well, I guess you could come.
I was thinking I could smash through.
You go 1 movement into here, open the door, 3, and then smash these guys.
Yeah. So that's a possibility.
Yeah. Because maybe what I was thinking was I would try to attack the troopers in my zone, and then push them out into here, and then throw the sign into here, potentially hitting Thor. Or I could discard my submit to hunger and increase my hunger back up to 3, ignore Ravenous, and then just go after Thor.
Yeah, and then help Hulk.
Because if we don't kill Thor, Now, he's going to come and hit Iron Man for 2, which means he'll have 1 health left. Plus all these guys hitting Iron Man, which he'll be dead.
Yeah. I mean, Iron Man could run away. 2 actions, right?
He cannot, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He'd need 8.
Oh, it's an action per guy?
I believe so. We can double check the rules, but I believe it's per mini, like per enemy.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
I'm gonna hit the. I'm gonna take out some of these troopers and see what happens. So 1 was eat. 2 is missile wave for 3 dice. Hit on a 4+, that's 2 hits. These guys are dead.
1 additional action per enemy standing in the zone they're trying to leave. So it would cost you a lot just to walk out of there.
Yeah. So it's 2 XP. Second, I'm going to push these guys into here with my Repulsor Blast. And then as my third action, I'm going to submit to hunger, up my hunger to 3. And I'm going to be able to ignore Ravenous this turn, so we'll discard that. And then with 6 dice, I'm going to try to attack this area here, which I'd be attacking Thor.
So this is the shield you're throwing?
No, I'm just doing my missile wave.
Okay.
I guess I could. I get 1. So we ignore heroes when rolling. What does the card say exactly?
That's right here.
Oh. So roll 1 die for each enemy in the targeted zone, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Heroes are ignored for this attack. So 6. Yeah. Either way, I'm rolling 6 dice.
Yeah, and here you only hit on the 4+.
Which is the same for Missile Wave. So it's like the same thing. I think we'll save the sign for later. Okay, I'm looking for 5 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't do it. So I can't actually hit anybody because I have to target him first.
Oh, that's tough.
I believe.
Yeah, that's the priority is heroes first.
Yeah. So that's 3. But I could push these guys out into here just so like we give us more time.
Mm-hmm. Does it only push them or does it push the hero too?
Oh, I guess it pushes the hero too, which would push him out of range. All enemies in that zone. Yeah. So maybe I won't do that.
But I mean that might just buy us time.
Yeah. It would buy us time. Maybe what I'll do is I have 1 more action. So I'll try to roll again against Thor, see what happens. And if I
push
don't
him if he doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. If I don't succeed, I'll push him. Oh, but then I have to do this. Because I roll a hunger.
You still
I can ignore Ravenous though.
Yeah, this turn.
So I get 7 dice.
You want extra?
I think I got it.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See ya, Thor! And I get 5 XP for that. 14, 19. Iron Man is now in the orange. Evasive maneuvers. After completing any attack that eliminates at least 1 enemy, you may perform 1 free move action, ignoring enemies during that move. So I could move. It says any attack, which includes Devour.
Now, do you take a damage for being Ravenous?
I ignore Ravenous.
Oh, okay. So even that part of Ravenous.
Yeah. That's what I'm assuming.
Let's say ignore Ravenous' turn.
Yeah.
So I would assume it's all parts of Ravenous.
Yeah. So, and I can also do a move action. So I might move Iron Man like over here, just so he's a little bit out of the way, because he's taking some damage already. That's it. Iron Man's done.
Okay, Thor is surrounded. I mean, he can.
Thor is off the board.
Not Thor. I mean, sorry, Hulk is surrounded. He could try to like smash his way through to catch up, or I could take.
Thematic. If we're going based on thematic,
he's gonna go after.
He's gonna go and smash people.
The people. I can increase hunger to push all enemies in my zone. So if it fails, I can just push them away.
Push them, or you can push them towards you.
You have to be in your zone to an adjacent zone.
In your zone. Gotcha. Okay, yeah.
So do I go after the guards and Taste of Jameson over here, or after the mob? Probably the mob, because we're going to be spawning more and more of these guys.
Yep, we're now in the orange.
Yeah. So let's jump in here for 1. And then Hulk is going to do what he does best. And that's rolling dice.
Apparently.
So five dice. So I'm hitting on a 4+. So 2. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Let's do it again.
That was 2 actions?
That was
Not-
move and
not-
attack.
yep.
That's 2 actions. So 2 more
Okay.
actions. Oh, he's not doing so. He's not smashing so hard today. So that's
Oof.
2 more. Oh, if I had hit one more, I would have gone up to Thunderclap.
Oh, no.
Which would allow me to roll dice per enemies in the area.
Oh, wow.
Instead of my usual amount.
So is that all your attacks?
No, I have 1 more action.
Okay.
So I can still go again.
Yeah, but you won't get the Thunderclap, I guess.
No, it says when attacking a smash, yeah, you may replace your base dice with 1 die for each enemy in the zone, ignoring superheroes. So let's go again.
Okay, so 2 hits.
So 2 hits.
Excellent.
All right, so now I'm in orange, which
Nice.
we have people in orange anyways.
Yeah, everybody was in orange already, so we're good.
And I'm going to do my once per turn to increase hunger to push everyone in my zone away into an adjacent zone. So I'm going to push them in to the middle here. And that will allow Wasp to do some damage to them.
Nice.
So now she is rolling 1, 2, 3 dice. Or actually have her move and start shooting at these guys in the building.
I would say clear a path for Hulk. Actually, Hulk can clear his own path.
He can clear his own path, especially now that Thunderclap is open.
With Thunderclap, yeah.
So maybe I'll have her move 1 and then have her start shooting in here.
Or, yeah, you've already got you've got a good bystander for you already. Because you could go in here and
have enemies suffer toughness.
you could open this door and then go after Okoye. Get the 5 XP.
It's better to. Well, there's also a person here. But,
Oh, true, Aunt May, yeah, and she can let you heal.
yeah, and we got to kill those guys.
True.
So we'll go after them. So 2
Plus a hunger.
Hunger. So that was where's she? So 1, 2. So 2 more actions. So 4 dice this time.
Oof.
1 hit.
1 hit, okay.
Yeah, and hunger. And do I attack again and potentially
I'm getting a trait.
hunger? Yeah, because I don't want her to go ravenous right now.
Yeah.
So I will.
Because then she'll take a damage.
We'll take that trait. Lunge. Discard during your turn. Increase hunger. Move up to 1 zone, ignoring enemies. Then perform 1 free devour.
Oh, nice.
That would have been great earlier for getting in and eating
That would have been.
special targets.
But that'll come in handy next turn. Because you're gonna go ravenous.
I'm gonna go ravenous.
At the beginning.
And she can
you'll
just jump in.
Yeah, exactly. Alright. So that's everybody's activations done. So now we activate enemies. So these guys are all gonna move into here.
Yep. This is fine.
These guys are gonna move into here as well, because they get 2 actions. Okoye is gonna move here. She gets 1.
Yep.
Now these guys are gonna split. So we'll put 3 in Hulk space.
Yep.
And 2 in Iron Man space.
Yep.
These guys are gonna move into Hulk space.
So these.
Thunderclap's even better.
Thunderclap. Yep.
So these guys move here. And I think that's it.
All right, now we spawn.
So starting at
Number 1, and we are orange.
We are orange.
5 troopers.
5 troopers. Here we go. After I just put all the troopers back.
Good thing we got some troopers.
Yeah, it's true. We're running out of minis. 2, 3, 4, 5.
We're bumping the table slightly.
Oh, sorry.
I think we're good. All right, over here we have another escorted bystander
with 3 guards.
So we are looking at Pepper Potts.
All right.
During your turn, you may increase hunger to draw 1 zombie traits.
So Pepper Potts, what does she look like?
like office worker.
You got a briefcase. Oh, it's okay. There we go.
It's the it's not just a briefcase. It's the portable.
Oh yeah, portable Iron Man suit. Okay, and then this one over here.
Sidearm. What does this
Oh,
do?
interesting. Okay,
Troopers open fire.
So all troopers perform one sidearm attack targeting only zombie heroes, and this is a ranged attack. You roll 1 die, hits on a 5+. So
That's not good.
no, this is what killed me last time I played this game. Okay, so
and we have troopers with every hero almost.
almost. So these guys are going to attack Wasp because she's closest.
Right, and they hit on a 5.
5+. Roll 1 die per dude.
Okay.
Oh, of
damage.
course.
Okay.
Oof. Ouch. These guys are probably going to hit Iron Man because Iron Man is closest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Makes sense. 1 hit. Oh, each time you be wounded, I may increase hunger, but I can't do that because I'm already ravenous. Okay, excellent.
And then Hulk is getting hit for 3.
Yep.
Which, yep.
2 hits.
2 hits.
Okay, all right. And
I could see how that could wipe you out if you're running
there,
low on
if
health.
it was like 8 troopers on the board,
Oh, yeah.
all 8 of them hit
Full
you
range.
from range, like you're done.
So
that was that
here.
one.
Green. All specialists, 1 extra activation.
Oh,
That's not good.
that's very not good.
Yeah,
So
we might lose now.
I think we just lost the game.
Yeah, because there's nothing you can do.
Nope. There's no mitigation against, like, well, there is some, but yeah. So specialists. So Hulk it's got 4 specialists in here,
And they're
all
gonna
of
take
which
2 actions.
attack twice.
So that's 8.
So 2, 4, 6, 8. Hulk is dead.
8 damage. And there's essentially nothing you can do.
No. It doesn't seem that way.
No.
Unless, like, one group hits you for 2?
It says all specialists.
Yeah.
1 extra activation.
Yeah. So it's 8 damage to Hulk.
Yeah, I can see how that would be a little unfair. Because
So it's just like random card draw, right? You have no...
I mean, you could, because you could literally have these. They could have spawned in this round.
Yeah.
And then activated.
Yeah.
I mean, they would have just caught up with them. But if he was closer,
Yeah.
or if we had drawn 2 of these or something, that would have taken him out.
But, so we still have until the end phase, which
is
don't
after
get
the
turns.
enemy phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've lost.
Yeah. Wasp also takes 4 damage, but yeah.
Yeah, which is more than she has.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that was
There you go.
a little bit lucky.
Unlucky. Very, very unlucky, yeah. Something to talk about.
Going into our review. So, I mean, if you're skipping ahead from just to watch the review portion, we just got wiped out from essentially unlucky enemy activation draws, where all of the specialists, so the enemies that can kind of do extra moves and attacks, just ran up and beat us up because there was enough of them on the map that they could just do that.
Yeah, and they were close enough that they were in range and just attacked.
And there's nothing we could have done. There's no defense rolls. There's no protecting yourself. It's just you got the wrong card at the wrong time, and you lost.
Yeah.
Up until now, things have been going pretty smoothly to an extent. Like, we've took a little bit of damage.
Yeah.
But we've been leveling up. We've been fighting our way to the tower. And except for the sour note of this unlucky card, it's been a lot of fun so far.
Yeah, I think the game it is a lot of fun. I think, like many Marvel things, it leans heavily on the theme. But
does it though?
I mean, for me, a lot of the enjoyment comes from like, I'm the Hulk and I'm gonna use my thunderclap and just wipe out everybody in this zone. Like those thematic moments for me definitely increase my enjoyment of the game. But I like the system. It's
still just Zombicide.
It is Zombicide, right? So if you don't like Zombicide, this is not going to change your mind, probably.
No, even if you're a Marvel fan, if you dislike
exactly.
Zombicide or or dungeon crawls
Yep.
where there's dice chucking.
Or you don't like the random dice rolls, the random card draws that could just like absolutely destroy you. This is definitely not going to change your mind. In fact, it might further entrench you into your point of view.
Yeah. But if you like those things and Marvel, that just turns it up a little bit higher.
Yeah. So I like the fact that it's not a campaign system. I like that they're one-shots you set up. Mm-hmm. There's not like a boatload of tokens that you have to hunt through and separate and find. Like the setup was like a couple of spawn points, a couple of doors, and that's it. Some tiles.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because of that, the replayability is probably not as high because there's not a ton of variability in what the scenarios can offer. There's some.
Yeah.
There are some different things, like different scenarios.
Yeah.
There's some additional things like the Avengers sign that you could Frisbee throw.
Yeah, so in the base game, in the base box of the retail version at least, the Avengers sign is the only interactable object that comes with the game. And of the scenarios that I've played so far, essentially it's just like, go here, pick up a thing, and exit. But like one of them that I did was like you were trying to infiltrate the Sanctum Sanctorum and Doctor Strange was guarding it and Wong was in there. So like the bystanders and the enemy and the heroes that are already in the scenario to begin with change based on the scenario, which is more thematic. But ultimately it boils down to go here, pick up a thing, get out. From what I've played so far.
I mean, I haven't played a lot of the Zombicides, but it's lacking some of the Zombicide formula of getting equipment that kind of changes how your characters build each time.
I guess the traits kind of fulfill that.
The traits kind of do, but they're more one-offs. Whereas equipments are more permanent.
Yeah.
But you have abilities built into the heroes themselves.
And you've got the bystanders that when you eat them, you gain their abilities permanently.
Yeah. So
with the exception of like Aunt May.
I feel like there's probably less variability in how your characters are built because most of it's handed to you.
Yeah.
But there is still a fair amount of characters to choose from. Yeah. At least in this version
There's
of the
box. There's a good amount. Like you can play with up to 6 heroes at a time, even if you're playing solo. The 2 that we didn't play with were Deadpool and Captain Marvel. But yeah, like it's like you're not building out your character a different way each time. Like if you use Wasp 3 times, it's the same power that she has. It's the same abilities she unlocks every time she levels up, So
yeah, and I mean the person she eats might change things a little
bit, but like not so much that it changes how the character feels,
Yeah.
So like I think variability is going to be an issue with the game. That being said, if you back this on Kickstarter, you got a ton of stretch goals, as most team on Kickstarters do.
I don't think you would be upset with just the retail box.
No, I'm actually enough. I really like it. Spoil my final thoughts here, but like even with the possibility of unlucky card draws and unlucky rolls, like I had a really good experience up to that point, and just because we lost, for me, it doesn't really lessen the fun that I had leading up to it. Mm-hmm. It sucks. Like you have no way to mitigate that unlucky card draw aside from like, nope, not doing that. Next card.
Right. Yeah.
Which is always a possibility. Again, go watch our house rule video.
You can just remove those cards from the deck.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it a little bit easier.
And that's up to you. I personally, I would do that because that is just like, I can see how it would turn somebody off. And if I was introducing a new player to this, I want them to have a good time. But overall, like, I like how simple the line of sight mechanism is. I like how smooth the turns are. I like how quick the upkeep is at the end of the round.
Yep.
And it, I'm not like bombarded by having to keep track of 17 different accounting things.
And there's a good arc to the game.
Yeah.
Like
it ramps up pretty quick. As soon as you hit the yellow zone, it's like, okay, things are getting real.
Yeah, not only are we pressured further, but we're also getting more powerful because we're unlocking new abilities, we're eating more people. The scenarios ramp up a little bit more differently too, because now that we've found and like in this case, once we found like the key code, then 2 more spawn points open. Yeah. So even more enemies come flooding in.
Which are closer to where we are supposed to go ultimately. Yeah. To get the objectives.
So there's definitely a good arc that keeps it escalated. I don't think you're gonna win it easily all the time.
No,
you know, like,
I've yet to win this game.
And okay, so let's take a quick look at components. So this is the retail version.
Yep.
It comes with minis for everything.
Yep. This is the full version, the mini version of the game, as you saw. We alluded to it earlier.
for all the figures.
There's like a smaller, like more mass market version where instead of like minis for all the enemies, you've got standees.
Of this version of the game or the other version?
The Heroes Resistance version.
We'll take a look at that one after.
Sorry, it's a little bit different.
So this is the fighting as the zombies.
Yes.
The Zombicide game version.
Yeah.
The plastic trays are nice. The little sliders get a little sticky, but they do their job.
They work quite well. I will say some of the cubes are a little bit misshapen, so they don't quite sit in their receptacles perfectly, unless you kind of. But for the most part, they work fine. Like they're still perfectly functional, and it does not one bit detract from my enjoyment of the game.
Yeah, it keeps things pretty clean. I mean, the minis are all in little holes in plastic.
And the minis are good. Like, they're good quality.
Are good.
Just like any other CMON game.
And the sculpts are nice too. Like they're varied. Like there are a couple different versions of each enemy type. So there's a little bit more variability.
And
the monsters or the zombies themselves they're based nicely. They're all in cool poses.
Yep. And like Wasp's wings are not paper thin, so that you're gonna worry about it like bending. Which I appreciate quite a bit. And another small thing that I do really appreciate in games is when the picture of the mini on the card matches the sculpt.
Right. What the character is doing on the card is the same.
I don't paint my minis. I would love to someday get into that and like learn how to do it, but I just don't have the space or the time to like get into that part of the hobby.
But for identification. When you're looking at like where is like J. Jonah Jameson in the box?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? He does look exactly
his sculpt is in the
like
same
the card.
pose as the picture on the card. So like if you don't paint it and they're all brown, it's easier to tell who's who because they match the picture on the card. Yeah. So I really appreciate that because a lot of games don't do that. It's a little thing, but it does make things smoother.
Now, in terms of the amount of enemy heroes and the real life superheroes versus the zombie heroes, do you feel like there's enough variability here, or do you think it would be recommended to get one of the expansion boxes? Maybe
I think the one place where there isn't enough in the base box is the superheroes. There's 5 superheroes that come in the base game in this version of the base game. And like we went through
5 zombie heroes. You mean?
No, 5 like superheroes, like living superheroes.
Well, there's 6 figures.
Oh, sorry, there's 6.
There's 6.
Yeah, there's 6. Sorry, and we went through 5 out of the 6 in just one game. So we almost saw everything that the game has to offer in terms of superheroes, and their powers are always the same when they come out.
6 zombie heroes.
Yeah. So I think if you had like one extra box, I think there'd be enough variability. Or like if you got the Kickstarter promo box, there'd be so much more variability.
Yeah, more scenarios, more things to throw in.
Yeah, more heroes, and you can the more you have, the more you can tailor your game to how you like. Like if you don't like Thor coming out and dealing 2 hits to you and being basically almost impossible to kill, just don't put him in the deck. Just keep him out of the hero deck. Don't play with him. Or if you don't like having to reroll all your hits when you're in Scarlet Witch's zone, just don't play with Scarlet Witch. But if you do that with just the base box, you're already limiting your variability when your variability isn't high to begin with.
Yeah, so I think we can agree that we do enjoy the game for what it is. Like we play a lot of big Euros and number crunching kind of games, resource management, but if you're looking for just a chance to relax, chuck some dice. Yeah,
I love like dice chucky dungeon crawls, where as people call them the beer and popcorn games, whatever.
It does need more dice.
Yeah, you do need more dice for sure.
We had to go into my box, which we'll take a look at. Kind of at the end of the review, because it only came with 6 dice, and at some points we had to roll 13
dice at one time.
13. But even just the basic characters, sometimes we had to roll 7.
7, yeah.
For example.
It's rare that you would need to do that, but
it could have came with like 1 or 2 additional dice. Would not have cost CMON that much.
Yeah.
Dice are not
And I mean,
expensive
like,
to produce.
They are just D6s, where the 1 is this like
they're
bite symbol.
They're custom dice, but they're
so you could just use a D6. Any D6 would work, but that's not as thematic, right? Like, it's CMON. You're not a small publisher.
Mm-hmm.
You probably and like this Kickstarter did not make a small amount of money.
No, that's for sure. I mean, and even IP costs aside, they probably sold double what they would have normally,
absolutely,
solely because of the IP. They would have definitely made back.
This is
what they spent on licensing.
Yeah, I cannot imagine that would not be the case, because like I've never played a Zombicide game before. This is my first Zombicide game, and I'm gonna be honest. Like, I would not have been as interested if it wasn't Marvel. I'm a huge sucker for anything Marvel.
Yeah, it pulled you in.
Yeah, and
because I mean, from a dungeon crawl perspective, because face it, this is basically a dungeon crawl.
Totally.
There are at this time better dungeon crawls.
I think so too.
Whether you like dice chucking or more complex.
Yeah, like Massive Darkness 2, for example, like
is a great
dice
chucking.
Yeah, but it's also got like the mini games that each character presents that are a little bit Euro-y.
So or if you want something more intense, rules-wise, you got something like Gloomhaven. Is also a big option.
Yeah.
So, as far as just easy to table dice chucking, the theme is going to be a big seller
for sure. And this is definitely one of the easier to table dungeon crawls.
Easy to table, easy to teach.
Yeah, for
now,
sure.
Let's take a quick look at. So I got on Amazon on retail the Marvel Zombies Heroes Resistance. So this is the flip side, right? So in the one we just played, we played as the zombies, fighting against the heroes. In the other box they released, which they do also have a souped up Kickstarter version of this, but this was the
so no, this is only retail. This went straight to retail.
Yeah, but they had a box similar to this.
Yeah, so it was a bigger box. It was called Marvel Zombies or X-Men Heroes Resistance. So it introduces a lot of X-Men into the game, and with that X-Men box, you can play as the heroes fighting the zombie hordes. Same as this box, but it's much bigger. It's got minis. It's got the X-Men. And
so this version I got from retail, it is a standee version. So it has little cardboard standees, and for essentially the zombies in this case, and it has dials and things instead of these like cardboard trays and little plastic sliders. The maps are identical, so if you're looking at doubling up for the extra heroes, you are going to be getting duplicates of stuff that you already own, so that's something to watch out for. But it does have a different variety of heroes and zombies. Yep. It does not provide the stuff needed to play as the zombies, but presumably the non-mass market version probably comes with the conversion stuff. So so the X-Men box or whatever comes with everything you need to play as the heroes. Also, the base game, like this retail version that I bought of the full game, comes with components that you would need to play the heroes against the zombies if you had that X-Men box. Yeah, and we compare it. It's pretty much same cards. They're identical, pretty much. Yeah. For this version of the game. I mean, we even looked and compared some of the cards, and not just the tokens are identical, but the cards are almost a direct one-to-one translation. Yeah, it's just like they're like mirror images of like. Mirror images is a good way to describe it. So instead of moving troops, it's moving zombies. Yeah, exactly. And there's the same direct translation one-to-one. Yeah, I'm not sure how the rules compare. I imagine it's almost the same thing. It's probably almost exactly the same, but. We have not played that your box yet, so I'm not sure how they compare. But I don't unless you just want more heroes. There's probably too much duplicate. You probably don't need both. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be like the Wave 2 stuff that will eventually come out, and like I'm sure like some of the the local game stores in our area will probably pick them up. Yeah, and pick your flavor and whether you want to play as the zombies or as the heroes. They all have the same pros and cons. You are still playing with 4 characters at least regardless of player count. If you're playing solo, It's still 4
Yep.
at least.
Or 6 if you want, or 5
For that version,
whatever,
I
yeah.
can only play a 4
Right.
in mine, but it's still the same pros or cons. However, if you're looking for like a cheaper entry point and you're not totally sure you want to dive into the bigger experience,
And you don't care about having 101 minis, which
I mean, it still comes with minis for all of the main
the
Marvel
heroes
characters
and the zombies, yeah.
but there's a much cheaper option if you just want to try it out, or something that you want to shelve easily and only occasionally pull out. And you're not looking for.
It's a really good. I think it's a really good thing that they've done here, like offering the smaller box.
I kind of wish more Kickstarters did that.
Mm-hmm.
That had a retail release that was smaller, but still had the deluxe-ified versions for Kickstarter.
Yeah, maybe somebody buys that box and they're like, "Oh, I really like this. Maybe I'd be interested in the full version."
Well, and a lot of games
will
have a deluxe and a standard.
Yeah,
but sometimes the standard is still aimed at like serious hobbyist board gamers who are willing to shell out a lot of money even for a standard version.
Yeah.
Whereas they don't have that like little taste in mass market version. Yeah. That whereas like here's a simplified version of the game. Mm-hmm. If you like it, you may want to buy the big brother. Later.
I mean, ultimately, it's just it increases the accessibility to the hobby in general, and I think that's always a good thing.
Yep. So I think that about does it here. Thanks for watching. I'm Will.
I'm Nabil.
And I don't know whether we're going to get to play the other version. Maybe I'll play it later as a solo or something and see how it compares.
There may be 1 or 2 other games that we have on our list on our shelves to table.
There is enough games to play out there. So
stay tuned.
Stay tuned and go out and just take a minute and enjoy the games that you have already. Maybe buy some more. Yeah. Let us know what you think.
And enjoy feasting on human flesh if that's your thing. No judgment here.